you ever wonder why some people seem to have it all figured out, while others keep running in circles? It's not luck. It's not magic. It's habits. But here's the twist. It's not about having perfect habits every day. It's about how you treat each day, as if it's the only day you have to turn things around. This week, I'm going to take you through 7 days, each with a story that can completely rewire how you see yourself, your goals, and your life. And if you follow this for just 1 week, you'll never look at Mondays the same way again, or Tuesdays, or Wednesdays. So buckle up. We start with Monday. Monday, the reset button. A friend of mine, Jake, hated Mondays. Every Sunday night he'd scroll on his phone until 2 a.m., telling himself, "I'll start fresh next week." One Monday, he overslept, missed an important meeting, and his boss gave him that look. You know the one. Instead of spiraling, Jake decided something different. He'd treat Monday like a personal reset button. He woke up earlier the next week, took a walk, made a list, and tackled the hardest task first. By noon, he was already ahead. That tiny shift changed his career. Lesson: you don't need to wait for a new month or a new year. Monday is your chance to hit reset. Tuesday, the 1% rule. I met Sarah at a coffee shop. She was writing in a notebook, tracking her progress for a fitness challenge. When I asked what it was about, she smiled and said, "I'm not trying to get 100% better overnight, just 1% every day." Her rule was simple. Read 1 extra page, add 1 more push-up, learn 1 new skill. By the end of the year, she had read 12 books, could do 50 push-ups, and had launched her side business. Lesson: if you improve just 1% a day, you're 37 times better in a year. The small wins are the big wins. Wednesday, the midweek mirror. Halfway through the week, most people either feel stuck or unstoppable. Mark, a coworker of mine, used Wednesday mornings for what he called the midweek mirror. Instead of complaining that Friday was too far, he'd pause and ask, "Am I proud of the last 2 days? If not, what can I change today?" That one question kept him from drifting. Lesson: Wednesdays aren't a slump. They're a checkpoint. Use them to course correct before the week runs away from you. Thursday, the invisible work. I once watched a street artist paint a huge mural. For hours, he worked on the underpainting, the part no one would ever see once the final colors were added. When I asked why, he said, "Because without the invisible work, the visible work collapses." It hit me. Life's the same. The skills you practice when no one's watching, the discipline you keep when nobody claps, that's the foundation for every overnight success story. Lesson: don't skip the invisible work. It's the quiet hours that make the loud results. Friday, the last 10%. My college friend Mia used to say, "Most people quit at 90%. That's why the last 10% pays the most." She was talking about job projects, workouts, relationships, everything. One semester, she had a project that was good enough, but instead of stopping, she stayed up late polishing it. That project won a national award and landed her first big client. Lesson: the last 10% is where average ends and excellence begins. Don't walk away before you're done. Saturday, the day of courage. Saturdays are tricky. They feel like a break, but they're also the perfect day to do what scares you. I remember standing at the edge of a diving board, heart pounding, knees shaking. The lifeguard shouted, "Just jump already!" It wasn't about the water. It was about fear. And when I finally jumped, I realized the fall is never as scary as the wait. Lesson: use Saturdays to face something you've been avoiding. The fear shrinks the moment you move toward it. Sunday, the big question. Sundays aren't just for resting. They're for asking the big question. If I lived the same week I just had, 52 more times, would I like where I end up? One Sunday evening, I asked myself that, and the answer was no. That single no started a chain reaction. New habits, better focus, deeper relationships. But here's the thing. That night, I got a call. It was news that would test everything I'd learned that week. And in that moment, I realized the real test isn't in planning the week. It's in what you do when life flips the script. Next week, I'll tell you exactly what happened in that phone call and why it turned one of the best weeks of my life into one of the hardest. But also, the most important.